something is stirring in the Philippines, a familiar presence returning to old haunts. For decades, American warships at Subic Bay and jets over Clark Air Base symbolized a deep, if complicated, alliance. That era ended in the early 1990s, when the last U.S. forces departed, leaving behind empty bases. Many thought that chapter was closed for good. But today, the United States is back, not as a permanent resident, but as a strategic partner with renewed access to key military sites. This is a major development on the global chessboard, signaling a profound change in Southeast Asia's security landscape. The return of American forces is a direct response to new challenges neither Washington nor Manila can ignore. The Cold War is over, but new tensions have emerged, especially in the South China Sea. The Philippines, at the center of this drama, finds its partnership with the U.S. more critical than ever. The new arrangement allows U.S. forces to operate from select Philippine bases, pre-position equipment, and conduct joint training. It's a lighter, more flexible footprint, but its strategic impact is significant. For the U.S., it's a crucial foothold in a region where its influence is challenged. For the Philippines, it's a powerful deterrent and a boost to its own military modernization. In a world of shifting power, this renewed partnership is seen as a necessary balancing act for stability. To understand America's return, we must look back at why they left. For nearly a century, U.S. military presence in the Philippines was a cornerstone of American power in the Pacific. Clark Air Base and Subic Bay were among the largest overseas U.S. installations, playing critical roles in major wars. But by the late 1980s, rising nationalism and concerns over sovereignty led to growing public discontent. In 1991, the Philippine Senate voted to reject a new treaty, and by 1992, the American flag was lowered for the last time. The bases were repurposed into economic zones, but military ties never fully disappeared. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty remained, and joint exercises continued under a new Visiting Forces Agreement in 1999. The relationship evolved from landlord-tenant to more equal partners. Shared history and values kept the bond resilient. When new threats emerged, terrorism and China's maritime assertiveness, the old alliance proved its worth. Decades of cooperation laid the groundwork for today's strategic comeback. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, is the framework for America's renewed presence. Signed in 2014, its full potential was unlocked in 2023 when the Philippines granted U.S. forces access to 4 new strategic locations, bringing the total to 9. These aren't sprawling American bases, but designated areas within Philippine military sites. Sovereignty remains with the Philippines, and the U.S. presence is rotational. The sites are strategically scattered in the north near Taiwan, in the west near the Spratly Islands, and in the south for counterterrorism. The new northern sites are close to Taiwan, providing a crucial staging point for any crisis in the Taiwan Strait. The Balabac site in Palawan enhances monitoring of the South China Sea. For the U.S., the 9-base deal is a force multiplier, dispersing assets, increasing reach, and avoiding the costs of permanent bases. For the Philippines, it means upgraded military facilities and U.S. investment in infrastructure. The armed forces of the Philippines benefit from improved runways, storage, and housing. It's a modern alliance built on shared access and mutual benefit, not foreign ownership. This flexible arrangement adapts to today's security challenges. Both nations gain operational advantages and strategic depth. The alliance is now more resilient and responsive than ever. The renewed U.S.-Philippine partnership can't be separated from China's rise. Beijing's military expansion and assertiveness in the South China Sea have directly challenged Philippine sovereignty. China's expansive claims, rejected by an international tribunal, have led to militarized islands and frequent confrontations at sea. For the Philippines, this is a direct threat to security and vital resources. EDCA sites in Palawan and Zambales improve maritime awareness and response capabilities. Beyond the South China Sea, Taiwan looms as another flashpoint. The northern EDCA sites are less than 400 kilometers from Taiwan, making them strategically vital in any crisis. These locations could support intelligence, logistics, and rapid response. For Washington, EDCA provides flexibility and options in a region where geography is everything. Pre-positioned supplies and access to airfields shorten response times and enhance U.S. power projection. While both governments say the bases aren't aimed at any one country, the message to Beijing is clear. The alliance signals readiness to uphold the rules-based order. It's a powerful deterrent in an increasingly contested region. One of the most significant new developments is the planned ammunition and weapons manufacturing hub at Subic Bay. This project moves the alliance beyond exercises to joint defense production. American and Philippine companies will produce and store munitions, creating a resilient supply chain in the region. Local production reduces reliance on distant suppliers and ensures rapid resupply in a crisis. For the Philippines, it means jobs, technology transfer, and a leap toward defense self-reliance. The Subic Hub is a tangible symbol of integrated deterrence and long-term partnership. EDCA is a two-way street, delivering security and economic benefits to both nations. For the Philippines, U.S. presence is a powerful deterrent and a boost to sovereignty. Joint training and infrastructure upgrades modernize the armed forces of the Philippines. Local communities benefit from jobs and economic activity around the EDCA sites. The Subic Ammunition Hub promises high-skilled manufacturing jobs and positions the Philippines in the regional defense industry. For the U.S., the Philippines' location is irreplaceable, offering reach, flexibility, and logistical support across the Indo-Pacific. Dispersed forces are more resilient, and the alliance strengthens America's ability to respond to crises. In an era of great power competition, this partnership is a strategic asset. Both nations gain from shared security and prosperity. The alliance is built for the challenges of today and tomorrow. The alliance's revitalization is driven by Philippine reforms and modernization. The revised AFP Modernization Act funds upgrades for credible deterrence, shifting focus to external defense. New assets, fighter jets, warships, and missile systems are being acquired, including the BrahMos cruise missile from India. Integration with U.S. training ensures these assets operate seamlessly in a joint defense network. The Philippine Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act asserts sovereignty and regulates strategic waterways, strengthening maritime control. These reforms make the Philippines a more capable and attractive partner. Washington invests more in an ally investing in itself. The partnership is now one of genuine cooperation, not dependency. Not everyone supports the renewed partnership. Critics argue that hosting U.S. forces could make the Philippines a target in a U.S.-China conflict, especially over Taiwan. Concerns include sovereignty, environmental impact, and social friction from foreign troops. Some advocate for a more independent foreign policy, balancing relations with all major powers. China has criticized the EDCA expansion, warning it stokes regional tensions and harms Philippine interests. Pro-Beijing voices urge prioritizing economic ties over security alliances. The Philippine government insists EDCA is for national defense, not aimed at any country. Facilities remain Philippine-owned, and all activities require Manila's consent. The debate reflects the nation's difficult choices in a complex region. The return of U.S. forces is a clear response to 21st century realities. For the Philippines, it's about survival and sovereignty amid relentless pressure. For the U.S., the alliance is a pillar of its Indo-Pacific strategy and regional stability. The EDCA sites and Subic Hub are investments in a deeper, more integrated partnership. Expect more joint exercises, infrastructure upgrades, and industrial cooperation. This is not a return to the Cold War, but a modern approach to collective security. The alliance's future depends on mutual commitment and respect for sovereignty. In an uncertain world, the U.S.-Philippine partnership stands as a powerful testament to strength in unity.